all of it. And
I love rental cars.
Nothing happens.
I rented the new Mustang the other day, and I wanted to ask you about this. How many fucking gears does that thing have?
Does it have 10?
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought, because I'm driving and I'm just like, man, it's shifting a lot. Like, I've been paddle shifting for a while.
Yeah. It's they're doing everything they can to keep cars fun and also make them fuel efficient, and it's hard, the more trucks they sell, the more trucks are fucking popular right now. The more trucks they sell, the more everything they got to find innovative ways to squeeze every possible, fuel economy, dollar out of it. And so the 10-speed, which is actually shared with Chevy, it's the same gearbox, Mustang and Camaro automatic, and then Ford F-150 and Silverado and Sierra, it's all the same, right?
Yeah.
And I actually haven't driven on one yet, except in the Raptor. The Raptor was the only one I drove it in.
Yeah, I had a convertible Mustang, and I was driving through the mountains, and I'm not a professional driver or anything, but I know how to drive. I'm going 80 miles an hour through the curves, and it's just taking them. I'm like, will it do 90? Yes, it will. The speed limit out there is like 85 or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but I had a blast in that car. I loved it. New Mexico.
Okay. The new Mustangs they're nice cars. I mean, they're well made and they perform well, and with the independent rear suspension they switched to in 2015 to finally be in the modern era. It's a much better driving car on uneven pavement. The good news is you can still get a 6-speed manual. The 6-speed they've made the autos this 10-speed so that they don't have to make the manuals 7 speeds. Like Porsche and GM now have a 7-speed manual. I actually have a 7-speed 911 in my garage right now, and it's all kind of awkward, that 7th gear. Yeah. So they've made the automatic hyper gears in order to, I think, avoid having to do the 7th gear on the manual.
I honestly liked it a lot. I felt like I always had torque. I felt like anytime I touched the gas, we were right in the right part of the band. It felt good. I liked it a lot.
It was a rental. Was it a EcoBoost or was it a 6?
EcoBoost.
Yeah. A 10-speed auto with a turbo engine should keep you right in that torque band, in a smart way. I'm not surprised you enjoyed it. Were the paddles responsive?
Yes. Yeah. I've got my Camaro has paddles, and I'm used to that. It felt good though. I liked it a lot. I felt the driving modes were very cool. There was maybe 4 or 5 driving modes. I put it in drag race mode, and I got off the on ramp or whatever.
Drag race mode.
Yeah, it's literally called drag race.
In a 4-cylinder convertible automatic.
Right?
Fuck yeah, man! Slips,
it was,
bro.
Dude. I don't know what the 0 to 60 is, but it wasn't shit. It didn't feel like I was.
Actually, I bet you it's in the 5s. It's probably a number that would have been shockingly fast 10 years ago.
It pushed me back in my seat for sure. I was like, "Wow!"
And if you were to buy the EcoBoost, Cobb makes a kit for that car that's is it 5.3 stock? Cool.
Damn.
Unless Cobb makes a kit for that car that gives you, I think it's 50 horsepower and 100 torque, and it's like maybe 3
that's serious.
Like intake, exhaust, intercooler tune. You don't have to touch the rotating assembly at all. It's very reasonable, but you end up with like 350 horsepower and 450 torque, and they don't. Those EcoBoost motors are the Mustang one. Doesn't sound great when you make it super loud. Like, don't run a straight pipe on one of those. It sounds like terrible, but they're nice little cars. Honestly, the Mustang Camaro comparison for me, typically in my opinion, the Camaros usually go a little faster, but the Mustangs are usually a little nicer to drive and a little nicer places to spend your time.
It had some like creature comforts that I appreciated over my Camaro. Just little things, right? Like I felt like the steering wheel felt better. I felt like it was kind of sort of squishy instead of hard.
Yeah. Softer touches. It's better materials in better places, and the greenhouse is a little brighter, and little stuff like that adds up to make it feel like a more pleasant environment. Camaros are fucking fast, but like they feel like driving a hoodie.
The rear window, exactly, right? I was gonna say the rear windows roll down in the Mustang. Like it's still kind of hard to see out of, but like my Camaro is so hard to fucking see out of. My dad was gonna drive it the other day. He's like, I was gonna move your car. I had it parked over at his house. I had like swapped out and moving stuff. He's like, I was gonna move your car. I got in, I couldn't see out of the fucking back of that thing. I had to get out and look around and make sure it was
backup
safe.
cameras.
Yeah, mine doesn't have the backup camera.
Oh, is it a 15?
No, it's older than that. It's 2012.
They're mandated 16 and up. All cars, backup cameras.
What?
Mandate.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Turns out Americans can't park for shit.
Dude, I can't
Running
park
over
for shit.
kids.
I have been